I'm coming out of the buffet. This is Mandalay Bay walkthrough. I'm starting from the inside and then I'll show the outside very briefly. We are at the end of the strip in terms of the tourist area. I've just come out of Bayside Buffet, their buffet, nice entrance, really high end. The buffet has improved, but it's still average, but at least it hasn't declined like many others. So an overall feel, this is not exactly where you enter, this is on one side, but it really looks pretty much the same through and through. It's a beautiful looking resort. It was really, really upscale many years ago with upscale clientele. Now that clientele, mainly Asian clientele, went away. I don't know if they all went to Macau, but they're not quite so prominent, and the clientele has declined throughout. And obviously a resort which is at on one end of the strip will be suffering somewhat, although from what I see there are plenty of visitors, probably because it's not that expensive considering the beautiful rooms and the beautiful resort that it is. I'm gonna go on one end and then describe you one side and then I'll go to the other side, but we do have separate videos on the beautiful pool area and the waves and other aspects of other amenities of this resort. This is just a walkthrough, what you will feel and see when you actually walk around this resort. It's a beautiful resort. The clientele is lovely in that it's a mixed clientele. You can find really all sorts of people here. It's more in a way, and actually there are many families here, maybe because of the wave pool, because people think that because it's so on one end of the strip, maybe families think it won't be quite so busy, but it is busy. And I'm just going to quickly walk through it. It is busy, and I don't really think necessarily this is a family resort, but there aren't that many. There are really specifically family resorts, you know, family-oriented resorts, and I wouldn't expect it to be any different because it is Vegas, and Vegas is not Disney World. There are lots of restaurants here in Mandalay Bay, some of them like Oriole, upscale. With a, if you can read about Oriole on top-buffet.com, okay? We do have a section on it, and you got to pick through that wine, that massive wine selection. It's famous for it. Can you see it a little bit? I have it on another video. That's why I don't want to bore you with the same thing over and over. Lovely, lovely, lovely looking restaurants. Japanese restaurant, of course. Beautiful Japanese atmosphere. Obviously open for dinner. Right now it's 2:30. And then this area here towards the convention center, it's still very lovely. Oh, look at how nice this Japanese restaurant is, huh? I like to video it when there's nobody around. Isn't that beautiful? Very popular with Convention Eve. Do you say that? Convention goers? And some of you said, oh, your English has improved. Thank you, very sweet. I have been living in English-speaking countries most of my life, but I am Italian. And I have lived in the UK, I have lived in many other English-speaking countries, not so much in the United States. That's just really recent. And so, you know, my accent is really, really hybrid. Starbucks coffee, and here we go towards the convention area. It's a nice, you know, if you want free Wi-Fi, for example, try the convention areas of most upscale resorts. They do offer free Wi-Fi because conventioneers, they want free internet, understandably. So try that out. One area that comes to mind is the beautiful convention area at Aria, free Wi-Fi and good quality too. Okay, so you've got all your lots and lots and lots of convention attendees, and that's the way to the Shark Reef Aquarium, by the way, which is one of the things that you can do in Vegas. Of course, it's not free, but we do talk about that on top-buffet.com. We have a section on what to do in many things that you can do in Vegas, some of them free. And oh yes, this is a nice view of the Mandalay Bay. This is just the one of the pool areas. It's not the beautiful wave section, but as I said, we have a really extensive video on that. So check our earlier videos. I love these big convention areas, you know. It's just got a different feel. It's not quite so drunk and loud, it's more business. And sometimes I kind of look forward to that, you know. It depends on your mood. This is the strip steak, relatively popular. As I say, it's closed, you know. This is the time where the restaurants are not open, which is great because I can show them to you. And they're all quite here in the open section, you know. I mean, you can sit down and enjoy people walking by and this beautiful atmosphere. Another thing that I really like about Mandalay Bay is that you actually can breathe. The ceiling is high. Look at how beautiful decoration, Asian style, I believe, decoration of Mandalay Bay on the ceiling. And it's really airy and you can breathe well. It's well ventilated and all of that is important. Maybe it's one of the reasons why it's family friendly in a way, because you don't want your kids fumigated, do you? I don't want to be fumigated myself. You know, smoked at. Let's just go and show you the other area. Lovely areas. They have many central areas where you can sit down and order something to drink. Really high end. Delightful. I mean, for that is really quite unique, Mandalay Bay, especially because, well, first of all, because it's still a themed resort, and I love themed resorts. You're not in some sort of blob of modern stuff. And also, it's beautifully done, it's beautifully kept, and it's upscale, and at the same time, the prices of the rooms are not. The rates of the room are very reasonable for what they offer. Lupo Restaurant is right here by Wolfgang Bach. You know, some of you know, I'm sure. Restaurant and vodka lounge. See, there are always so many places you can go and have a drink. Oh, Lord. See, can you see? The prices are pretty average for restaurants in resorts. So if you actually want to save some money, oh, here, by the way, you go to the car park, which I'm going to get out of very quickly. If you want to see, and the ATM there, if you can, avoid the ATMs in resorts. They have an upcharge. Go and use the ATM at the airport, not Wells Fargo, no, the other one. I can't remember. It's a local one. It has the word Nevada in it. And they don't charge you anything for, well, except for what your own bank charges you for withdrawing money from the ATM machine. And I really don't like giving resorts an extra $8 or whatever. Whoever charges that upcharge, for what? To take my money, and then on top of that, your own bank charges you. So no, 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 no. If you're watching your pennies, don't use the ATMs at resorts. And anyway, you shouldn't, because you know when you do that? When you have gambled too much. So if you've gambled too much and you're feeling, oh my God, I've got to get more money, it's a bad time. It's usually a good idea to stop. And don't tell me that some of you have actually got all the money back once. Yes, so it happens to everybody, but the majority of the times you just lose your money. So don't do that. Okay, the casino is huge, and this is another section of the casino. I mean, cashier, one of the many cashier sections there. Beautiful, beautiful ceiling. I love the fact that the casino is huge. You can find a machine to play no matter where you are, and just by walking around here, I want to get $100, put it in one of these machines and play. But if you want to play cleverly, please do so as we explain on top-buffet.com. It's not a guarantee to win, but it's a guarantee that you won't lose all your money. Okay. Isn't it gorgeous? Gorgeous. I love Mandalay Bay, and everybody agrees with me. I mean, you have to put up with this, with the area that's just like so far out from everywhere else. So usually when you come to Mandalay Bay, you just, for example, allocate a couple of nights and just stay here. And if you're really strapped for cash, I suggest that you go out and just on the right, you cross the road and there is a modest shopping area. It's just a couple of stores really. They have Subways, I think. My friends have been there many times. I hope they're still there in business. And you can just get a sub, like a special, for $5. So you don't have to necessarily spend a lot of money apart from whatever you spent on the room. And you might have spent nothing. You might have got it from as a My Vegas reward. And we have a section on all those rewards on top-buffet.com. The M Life section is right there. And now I'm going towards the exit really, because I want to show the outside. My battery is running low. And look at how gorgeous it is though, eh? And it's so high ceiling. And I love the fact that, I mean, there are people around, but it doesn't feel that bad. You know, it doesn't feel like you're bumping onto people all the time. So on the left you get the trams to basically the Luxor and Excalibur. It's a little free shuttle. It takes a second. It takes longer to get there, to get to the shuttle, than actually to get to the other resorts. So you go to Luxor and you go to Excalibur, and then you are in the main South Strip area with New York, and MGM Grand and so forth. So then from that point on, you can walk to Mid-Strip. So it's a lovely, lovely resort. What can I say? I hope I have enough battery to walk out and show you the outside. It's a little bit of a labyrinth because they had a section completely closed off because they were doing a movie rather. Didn't really explain, but they were filming, and it was a whole crew filming, so it was closed off. Okay, but I'm walking out now. It looks like it's opened up again. I'm walking out, and I want to show you the outside of this beautiful resort. I hope it stays beautiful. I hope they keep their pride, because you have to offer something to the people that come and stay all the way down here. A reason for them to stay here. A reason for them to stay here rather than a reason to just check in and get out. And I think there are plenty of reasons. There are beautiful restaurants, good restaurants, lovely casino. I haven't won anything at this casino ever, but I know friends that have. So, you know, it's another casino, right? And a lovely but very packed pool area, very packed. So packed that, you know, not for me really, but I have a really long video on that. And that's just really nice atmosphere. I just even like walking around. So, and then they've got a lovely convention center, as I said. All right, guys, I'm going outside. So I'm going out, I'm out, and you can see a little bit Mandalay Bay, of course, and there's a Delano Beach very close by, and there used to be the hotel. So, of course, you're going to get cabs, but if you don't want to get cabs because you don't want to spend too much money, what you do is you get onto the bus, the Deuce, and I believe also the Strip and Downtown Express, they stop here pretty much in front of Mandalay Bay. What do you think of these poppy musics that's being played outside or inside some resorts? Can you hear it? I guess it's kind of happy, but I don't know. Sometimes you think, oh yeah, they're trying to have music to make people feel that they're in Vegas party town. But sometimes I look around at the guests and they're all middle-aged, some of them. And I don't even think they notice that music, you know. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm lost here. I'm not lost, but in the middle of a car jam, so let me get out. Now, in order to show you the outside a little bit, I'm gonna venture out this way. Hopefully it won't be quite so difficult. Oh yeah, so you see outside, you can also see McDonald's, Panda Express, and I believe there's a Subway too. So you can eat inexpensively there if you really want to eat out. Now, you won't, there's a lot of wind. It's May and it's been windy all this time. Look at that, psychic readings, right? To tell you if you're gonna win. So that's a view of the Mandalay Bay from one end. It's rather lovely at night. Of course, then next to you you've got beautiful Four Seasons with their lovely garden. It's another view of beautiful Mandalay Bay. It's green enough. There is no waterfall, no water lake, but it's still beautiful. Oh yeah, so yes, there is a Subway there. So, you know, for those who are budget oriented, you have a budget or you've blown out too much money on gambling, I hope it didn't happen, then you can eat cheaply here. Just get out of Mandalay Bay. It's actually really, really easy, okay? So you don't have to spend too much money. Now, of course, being, with the jaywalking laws here in the United States, and you Europeans, you must know that it's illegal, theoretically, to cross the road on other areas except for zebra crossings. So you don't want to do that. I don't think they actually do anything if they see you, because tourists haven't got a clue of this strange law. But pedestrians don't really have many rights here, it seems. It's all about the car, and you have to understand that if you come from Europe, and if you're American and you hear this, please don't be offended. I am just trying to give an opinion from a variety of points of view, because every single angle of the world is very different, with very different ideas. So some of the sections that you would have seen walking around the convention center actually belong to the Four Seasons Hotel, which is part of the same family. Beautiful hotel. They have a beautiful place for breakfast called Veranda, and it's very highly recommended. I do not have a video on that. It's really upscale, but it's very, very recommended by everybody. So you might want to check it out if you're staying here. Of course, as a contrast, you've got Daylight Beach Club pumping music, which is going to be next to the pool area of Mandalay Bay and probably close enough to the Four Seasons. So it's a bit of a dichotomy right there. Oh yes, and this is another view of the Mandalay Bay, and I am now attempting to cross this mega road, which is Las Vegas Boulevard South. Wait for the lights, don't cross. I told you already, don't risk your life. Don't cross unless you can. It's gonna take you a while to get there, and also I want to show you where you get the deuce. So once you've actually crossed the road, Mandalay Bay there's there, and this is the inexpensive area where you can eat. Hopefully inexpensive enough. But last time a friend of mine ate here, they just had a cheap stop for $5, so. And here, I don't know if you can see, there's a stop for the deuce, which I'm going to show you. The airport is right there, by the way, it really is. If you want the closest resort to the airport, Mandalay Bay is it. You might want to bear that in mind if you have an early flight, but really the difference is going to be probably 10 minutes on a cab. Okay, I want to show you the bus stop, so you can actually come all the way here or leave from here using the bus, which is relatively inexpensive. Bus prices do vary, okay, and they change. Right now it's $8 for an all-day bus pass, and that's great because the Deuce operates 24 hours, so it's really a very good deal. Right now it wasn't actually too busy, so I actually have come down here by bus. Can you believe it? Usually we rent a car, but I have to do it because I want to show you what you can do. And it wasn't bad at all. I mean, I got on the bus at Caesar's Palace, and it didn't take any time at all to come here to Mandalay Bay. And this is the Deuce stop. There you go. And we do have a section on Vegas transportation on top-buffet.com, so you can read all the information there. And we leave you with, I leave you with a view of the magnificent Mandalay Bay. Hopefully this has been of use, and for updates check top-buffet.com. See you there, guys.